What's up? What's up?
Hi.
Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a great time. Hope you enjoyed your family and all that. But hey, guess what? Back to another episode of Learn, Love, and Reflect. I'm Anthony.
I'm Jackie.
And you know what, man? We back in your living room once again with a banger. So, man, like, subscribe, and share this video. Comment.
Leave us some comments.
Comment. Hey. But guess what? Hit that bell though. Subscribe. We'd love to have you. Join us at the Learn, Love, and Reflect table.
Couch.
Come and meet us on the couch, man. But yeah, man, back to another episode, man, of Learn, Love, and Reflect, man. Woo! This is a good one, I believe. I got a question. Have you ever been mentally, physically, and emotionally detached from us?
All three at the same time?
Well, God dang.
I mean, you asked.
I mean,
so I'm asking.
Explain
what was the...
Have you ever been emotionally, physically, emotionally, physically, or mentally detached from us?
Emotionally, probably. Physically, probably. What was that?
Mentally.
Mentally?
Yeah.
Probably. But I can't think of no moments.
What you should be able to, if you say probably.
I mean, because I don't see where anybody in their life would not have those moments in a 12-year relationship where I was like detached. Could you be detached because you're busy? And so I might have like momentary moments of like being physically, emotionally, or mentally detached, but not like long-term detached. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yes, I have had I have had those moments, but
what did they feel like? Like what was it that you felt in those moments? And I'll explain mine after you.
So there I was like detached on my own, by myself, by my own doings, not because like you guys detached from me or you detached from me. It was because I was like detached. And so then like I recognized it, but then it was like I have to be detached because of this particular goal. So it's like, hey, I'm not gonna be like 100% like mama mode because I gotta like focus on this too. Yeah. So like, yeah, I still kind of have been like detached, like 7 o'clock, like mama study time, detached emotionally, physically. What was that one? Mentally detached.
I think you've been
purposeful, though.
I think you've been mentally detached mostly just because of what you're trying to get done. Sometimes it bothers me, but I know the end goal, right?
But it bothers me too.
Oh, right?
You think I want to be sitting here just studying all the time?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Like I would rather, but I would also rather. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rather do it with, in the long term. But then what's gonna happen again is like once I get done, then it goes to a whole nother level after that. So then I'm gonna have to again figure out how to have a balance between everything. So right now I think I kind of got a good balance. Like, okay, I figured it out. Like SIE time and stuff, like I didn't have it figured out. So I'm trying to figure out like how to balance it all. And now in this one, I feel like I balanced it all. But then I also kind of feel like because I balanced it, I fell off because I felt like I had it balanced and it really wasn't, right? And so now I'm like hard pressed because I was comfortable in what I thought was balanced and it wasn't.
Got you.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
Yeah, so yeah, I have been a lot recently. And then when the stuff goes down, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna happen again, and then I'm gonna have to rebalance. And then everybody's gonna have to readjust to my new schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, okay,
right.
so mom was really busy. Well, we knew how it was like when I first started, and like I was like, boom, boom, boom,
Right,
boom, 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 boom.
right.
Like that hustle is gonna have to come all the way back, and then it's gonna have to be a whole new balance.
Yeah.
So,
Because I know the kids were like not happy mentally.
no, they weren't. No, they weren't. And they vocalized it. Like,
Yeah.
they was like, oh, you on your phone again? Oh, mama always.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody was
Yeah.
always complaining. That's why
Yeah.
we had to literally have like a meeting. Like, this is the new normal for us.
Right.
Like, y'all have to kind of like chill out. Like, this is what's about to happen. And it's, you know,
Right.
so yeah, they were not happy.
Okay.
And I didn't, it ain't like I wanted to be away from the kids, you know what I'm saying,
Sure.
and all that stuff. But if it's making money, should kind of makes sense.
Okay. So, outside of like the studying and all that kind of stuff, have you ever been physically detached? Like physically detached? Physically detached?
We kind of stay attached.
I don't know.
We kind of stay attached. So let me think. Have we had detached moments?
Yeah, because I got something.
I'm sure it has been. Can I think of any? No. I mean, if I'm like physically detached, it's probably because I'm like literally exhausted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But other than that, like, no, like we pretty attached. Too attached by other people's standards. They, you know, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, here they are. Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, so no, I don't think mentally. So what was that? So physically, emotionally, mentally, right?
Yeah.
Have I been mentally detached in this? Probably had moments, but then like when it gets in it, then I'm like, like, okay, so like in the initiation phase, I don't know, like it's like I'm like I could be like thinking about something, and then it'll be then like once I get activated, then
well, you better put your mind in the gutter when I'm trying to go to the place.
But when I get activated, then I'm like, okay, like I'm ready. But like I could be like having like 10 things on my mind, and then like you ready, and I'm just like I have to like reset. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm really not like mentally there until I like get there. So you might have to do some things to like, okay, my mind be like, click, okay, we in this mode now. Yeah. Okay, so does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Because I could be thinking about Kobe sick, Dorian's, you know what I'm saying? Like all these other things, and then I still got to cook, I got to study, I got to do this, you know what I'm saying? And then you coming like, hey, and I'm like, oh, well. I mean, I can, but am I mentally there yet? No, but I will in a second. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Got you. So, in all those things, in all those instances, what would be the better solution and or support that I could give?
So I don't know, because my brain always has like these moments where I'm like, this got to get done, and I'm like, boom, jump into it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know if I even give you the opportunity to do it. Like I know what it is, and then I click and then I go. So maybe you have to think ahead of me and see things that you know that I would see, so you could jump ahead of it. Other than that, like at this point, like I'm like already seeing it, and so I'm already doing it. And you'll look at me and be like, I could have did that. And be like, well, if you could have, then you would have.
Well, I mean, how is that the case if I don't know at that time what you're thinking? A lot of times we're on the same, thought process as far as wavelength goes. I mean, thought process goes. But there are times where you just like, oh yeah, I said I was going to do this earlier, and I may not have been here. But if I kind of known, like, babe, make sure the doorknob is changed. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And, when you get home, so I can go do X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the thing, like if that's the case as far as me supporting you, I think if you just let me know ahead of time, there are some times when we at the crib and I may be able to kind of pick up like, or I may, if I hear something that I know you may be thinking of doing, maybe outside the cooking. I mean, I can hold my own, but she lying.
No, I'm not. Bro, you cannot,
babe. I can hold my own.
He can't.
Hey, I can cook.
Elijah was just saying, like, when you talked about you was gonna make some spaghetti. Elijah was like,
"Hey, dog, I can cook, man. My kids are just used to her cooking."
Because you don't cook. How many in 12 years? How many?
Man, that ain't what we talking about. That's another episode.
Well, let's stay focused.
Anyway,
let's stay focused.
She trying to blast me, y'all.
You was trying to blast Chef. I was just gonna be honest.
Whatever.
You don't be cooking.
Whatever, I do.
I don't even remember what we was talking about now. We have to rewind it.
I ain't got to rewind nothing. I'm saying basically, how am I able to support you, like, or like, maybe if I know ahead of time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's things, all the little things that's always going on in my brain. Gotta do.
But if you're not physically saying anything,
babe, then you're gonna have to know what those things are.
How? And no, you gonna put your head up to mine? What?
You have to think. So you're gonna have to think of all the stuff that Jackie does and be like, I'm going to do those things. So you're gonna have to approach me and maybe be like, babe, what's on your mind? What needs to be done? And maybe that can be, because look, then I'll be like, for instance, let's say the garage. How many days have it been since I asked about the garage thing needs to be done?
Girl, we been so busy. That ain't fair. But we can't say the garage. That ain't fair.
How long does it take?
We didn't been to Clinton. We didn't been to
How long does it take to touch the button?
Man, you is whack, dude.
How long does it take to touch the button? I need you to look. Listen.
What?
So I literally could go in there with the ladder, pull the thing down, press the button, and do it on my own, right?
Wait. You don't push the. It's all right here.
No, it's not.
It is.
Baby, it's not.
It is.
It's not, babe. Literally, I have to go in there and push the thing and push the button.
Why you got to go in and reset the thing?
Because the whole Wi-Fi issue is not.
The Wi-Fi is in the button thing.
It's not.
Man, anyway.
We have to go in the garage. I do.
No.
Can I finish? I have to go in there and do it. So I could do it, but
I asked you to do it. You hear this, people? You hear this? Do you hear this? I want the knife.
I asked you to do it so we can get it done, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, I did. So and I asked you.
But how busy have we been? You was like,
not 30 seconds busy.
What?
When you came
it's gonna take more than 30 seconds.
When you came home that day, you could have. I told you that you could have came home and be like, "Babe, let's go ahead and get this thing taken care of." 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. It's been over.
Nah, she lying. Nah.
Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Ain't nothing to lie about.
She lying. I don't believe you. It ain't been no week.
Jones.
It ain't been no week,
when
dude.
When did the man come and fix and bring the what you call it?
Friday.
It was not Friday.
It was on a Friday.
Last week Friday?
What?
Last week Friday?
It don't matter when it was. Anyway, back to your scheduled program. Yeah. So she messed up.
I didn't mess up.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell you. You asked me how could you, and
I'm talking about this past Friday, Christmas Eve.
Not at all. Not at all.
Damn serious.
Not at all. So what I'm saying is during those times, that's one of the things as an example of if I asked you, those are things that can get off my mind because it wasn't done. Like it's still been on my mind of something that needs to be done, but I am holding it back, waiting on you to do it. That's all. Like I could do it on my own. I'm just intentionally holding it back so you can do the part that I asked. That's all.
Jackie, you are acting like...
I'm not acting like nothing.
Yes, you are,
no,
ma'am.
I'm not.
Listen,
I'll let you finish your sentence.
Listen, I was going to finish. But I'm saying, you are acting like that we haven't been doing stuff all week. And then, matter of fact, 2 of those days, I wasn't even feeling good.
To push a button.
Was I feeling good? No, I wasn't. Thank you very much.
And if I would have went out there and just
2
did it on my
straight.
own, you would have been like, why'd you do it? I was going to help you do it. I was going to do it. You were going to wait on me.
Well, she is bad my tight tonight.
That's what you would have did.
She bad my tight tonight.
That's what you would have did.
No.
Sir.
I may have would have done that. But you need to chill out when it's my turn. Shoot. God dog it. Tell you something. Put my foot down. Yeah.
Can we go push the button after this video?
Nah, football game. I gotta do laundry.
See,
anyway.
And that's what we've been doing. We're watching football instead of doing multiple things.
Listen. Yes, we can do that after this video.
Okay. Thank you. I look forward to it. And that would take that one thing off the back of my mind as something that needs to be done. I would appreciate it.
Your wish is my command.
Thank you. That mentally, I'm coming back together mentally. Mentally attached now. So how about you?
Y'all women, you know what?
Don't say y'all women. You talking about me.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Good job.
Have you ever been mentally
detached? Yeah.
Go for it. I'm ready.
No,
Wait a minute, y'all. We gotta check and make sure it's still recording because our last video stopped recording.
Yeah, kick me off.
We had such good. Our content
that.
was so good.
Do that.
And when I checked it, it stopped
girl. We don't
recording.
know that. We don't know
That's
that.
not
That's
being
for the people.
humble.
That's for the people to. That's for the people to know.
It was
to decide.
It was great content, and it didn't even record it all. So we gotta.
That's for the people to
decide. It ain't
decide.
even gonna be the same.
All right.
I ain't gonna tell y'all what video it was. I'm just saying we did one. And mentally, emotionally detached, and go.
I think the only mental part that I think was when I was mentally detached from any and everything was when my mom and my grandmother passed. When my mom passed, I was for a little while. I was okay. Then I had moments where I was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And which I will say, you did a bang up job in supporting me with that. Pat on the back. You did a great job with that. With grandmother, I was definitely emotionally detached. Maybe even a little mental too. You know what I mean? Not necessarily physical, because I'm just a physical being. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I like touch, I'm affection, all that kind of stuff. So mentally, emotionally, I was definitely attached in moments. You know what I'm saying? And I know, I think that was possibly the only time that I was, but I think the support kind of helped me throughout that, because I will admit, and I think you may attest, I don't want to speak for you, there were times like I felt you may not have always been supportive in that in the past. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
In those
type of situations. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just I said maybe.
I mean, that's your opinion, because when somebody's grieving, like, you don't really know exactly what they need. So, like, I mean, I give
but you know me.
I can give. I mean, but I can still only give what I can give. I don't know, like, your deep down emotions, and I know that you play it off, and I would get mad at you about you playing off as if something's fine, and I'm like, and then like weeks later, then you're talking about, and I'm like, well, I was asking you and checking in, and you was acting like everything was okay.
Facts.
So I couldn't deal with it properly.
Facts. I retract my statement. And my question. Yeah. So, pause. In the midst of that, don't hold in. Don't suppress.
Be
Get it off
honest
your
with your
chest.
emotions so it can be dealt with
Hey,
properly.
you messed up my rhyme.
Go ahead, finish it.
I don't even remember what I said.
Sorry.
If you, phooey, I forgot, y'all. But anyway, I will say, I've never been detached physically. I tell you that at all. And I'm not just talking about physical. I'm just that part. I think the physical part of me being affectionate and all that.
On the receiving end, you have been. If you were speaking, you would say on the receiving end of being physically attached, you would say that you didn't receive what you expected. You know what I'm saying? Like you always maybe the first 5 years, you wanted more touch and more. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you felt some physical detachment from me,
from you. Facts.
And I would never say that because I felt like at the time, like I was giving what I can give. I was giving all that I got, and I'm like,
yeah, because but you never. I don't think you've ever been with anybody
that
was
wanted physical. Yeah, that
you
wanted the physical touch and all that stuff. Yeah, so you would say that you.
But I was trying to tell you though, like I need that, so I don't go over here, over there. And I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's another video coming up. Ooh, why men and women cheat.
Stay focused.
Oh, sorry.
What?
But anyway, yeah. It was just one of those things where I just felt, that you just wasn't that person. However, I wanted that from you, so I wouldn't do nothing stupid.
You really think that's why you wanted physical? Like,
to
prevent you from cheating, or
I just like, period. I mean, listen, when you have a man or female that is genuinely an affectionate person, or needs affection, or needs touch, or they need that, or it's an issue.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, when you were asking for, were you saying, because you never said like, I need your touch, or I'm gonna cheat?
No. I'm not saying that. Like, I was
that what you?
No. But I'm saying that's what happens. That's why I was trying to cry out to you, like, no, I'm not saying that I was just gonna go do that, but I'm saying, like, I needed your touch. I needed, because I was just a physical human being. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm still that way. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I ain't saying, I crawl up on your lap and you rub me like a baby. You know what I'm saying? But it is.
I get it because I understand, because I would feel like if I wasn't in the kitchen or something and you like hit me on my butt or graze up against me or touch my breast or something like that, after a while I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, I like that physical. Like, I like that physical touch. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, I get what you're saying. Like, you want some type of physical, some touch and feel, something, other than words. Like, I need like the physical part.
Sure.
Also.
Sure.
Yeah. Cause I get it. Physically, emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
Emotionally detached.
No, I mean, I told you. I think the physical and the mentally and emotionally kind of went together because I mean, I handle it well, but I think this year I've done a lot better at speaking up about how I feel with my mental health, about the process of grieving and all that kind of stuff. I think I've done a better job at that this year versus previous years when I lost my dad, my brother, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Like it was, I think I've been more vocal about it, so I don't suppress, so I don't get stressed, so I don't get quiet and high blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I believe I've done a better job at that. But I think those are the only times. I don't think we've had, maybe outside in the beginning when we was having maybe some financial issues, that I would be like mentally detached because I was so busy mentally and emotionally and physically, I guess, trying to find a way to provide. You know what I'm saying? And um, I think if there's no communication, if there's no support, then all of those things are gonna go by the wayside, and then it can affect here, and then if it affect here, it can affect here, and then it's always something that is gonna kind of always run like, I mean, not saying that you do this. Oh, girl, I'm talking to somebody. Oh well, or like, dog, she tripping, or you know what I'm saying. That's where you run into so many different problems, and then you confide in either in the wrong people, or and they giving you bad advice and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so much, man. I just know it's important. It's crazy how this happens. Everything always kind of goes back to communication. Like if you're not talking and having these important conversation about mentally, physically, emotionally detachments, and or what is it that I'm doing to keep you away from me, or am I drawing you close? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing? And it's all about conversation. You know what I'm saying? And though if you're not having those conversations, then you're losing all the time, and or you're finding ways to argue. And then, I mean, it's nothing wrong with making up, and there's nothing wrong with going through that process at times, but all the time, you know what I'm saying? After a while, somebody's gonna get mentally and physically and emotionally drained and or detached, and it causes you to do other stuff, or it causes you to be like, I don't know if I can do this. And then two, if you don't have a relationship with Christ, if you don't have a relationship with God, if you don't have that relationship, then you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose big time.
But people also don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like those things. Like people don't really know how to get into like a real conversation. Like I'm glad like we have like these couch conversations because it still ends up like these aren't things like we talk about prior to sitting on the couch. So as far as it's going, like we haven't never had this conversation before. And you had said something also. You had said like when you was working, like you was physically, emotionally detached and mentally detached. And like what did I used to say like during those times? I used to be like, I feel like I'm single but married.
Yeah.
I used to say that all the time.
Yep.
Like I'm single but married. And I always said that.
But
when you saying you was physically, emotionally, mentally detached, that's probably why I felt like that.
Yeah. But you had to understand where I was coming from.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like that makes sense because you was physically, emotionally, and mentally detached.
I got you.
That's why I'm not knowing then. That's why I was saying that. Like I feel like I'm single but married because you were physically not here. You was mentally and emotionally like busy. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I would feel like I was single.
I will say too, another part, and this is huge, fellas, and it could be a lady thing too, but I was definitely physically and emotionally and mentally detached at one point because of my body. I was just like, man, I don't like the way I look, but I would say it, but I wasn't doing nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I'm doing something about it, but I don't want to say it was recent because it hasn't been recent. It's been a couple of years actually. You know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of like, there were times where I didn't want to, but I didn't want you to think anything either. So I was just kind of like, man, let me go ahead and do what I need to do, but I was just kind of like, bruh.
Like you didn't want to, you said there was times I
mentally, physically, emotionally, like
didn't want to do the work to lose weight or something like that. Yeah, because you would say it, but the actions
was completely different.
Yeah, it never went anywhere.
And I think from the beginning, I think that was one of the main things that I know I lacked that you had always was like, I would say disappointed in, was like, I had all these grandiose ideas. I had this, I had that, but it was just the action I think you were looking for in so many different things.
Yeah.
And even when you say stuff and want to do stuff and need to do stuff, if that can make your woman or your man mentally, physically, emotionally detached. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's so many things that can just kind of deter you in your marriage or relationship, engagement, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not having these conversations, if you're not communicating, it will drive you wherever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. There's no certainty if there's no conversation.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotta be talking.
All the time. And I mean, are there times where we have moments like, man, don't say nothing to me. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. Don't say nothing to me. Yeah, we do. But there is a period in there where a true conversation needs to be had. Because if not, it's gonna always be either jacked up, pushed on the back burner, and nothing is gonna get done about it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely important. So anyway, yeah.
That's good. We can end it there.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah,
We don't
for
want to keep talking.
Yeah,
That was good. I
Yeah.
learned, why I was definitely feeling that way years ago.
Sure, likewise.
And I didn't. When you said the topic, I was like, I don't know where that's gonna go.
Yeah.
I was like, but let's do it.
Yep.
So that was good.
Yeah.
I love talking to you.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, appreciate y'all, man. Hey, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the button, man. Hit the button and leave a comment. Hit us up, man. Let us know. Hey, guess what? If you don't have life insurance, if you don't have what's that thing called?
Auto and home.
Auto and home. Let us know. We got you. We got the hook. What was that? Master B. We got the hook up.
Holla if you hear me.
But no, we truly appreciate you guys, man. If you got something you want us to talk about, hey, we got a skit coming too. We gonna rock out a skit.
Yeah, because we had a lot of comments on that skit.
We're gonna do another one here soon.
Yeah.
So
give us and leave in the comments like what type of skit y'all want us to do.
Yeah,
that'd be good too.
Yeah.
We can play out that role.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Hey, learn, love, and reflect. We love you. We out. Peace. Always be true to yourself. Let me show you how to love, learn, and reflect. Nothing's